What is up, guys? Rampage here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Here we got a good battle against DaLucario25. It was a really great battle, really close. I was originally going to upload this to Pokebattlers, but seeing as though that Pokebattlers is very inactive right now, I'm just going to bring it here because I don't know when the next time they'll be uploading, or when the next time they'll even log on or whatever. So, yeah. So I'm going to lead off with my, what did I lead off with? Celebi, and he's going to lead off with Staraptor. Fearing the U-turn and Brave Bird, I'm just going to switch out into Gligar, which could probably take both. And I saw that his Staraptor had the Intimidate, so it's not that reckless Staraptor with, you know, the crazy power. And also, this battle was before Espeon and Staraptor got banned, so please no hate on that. So anyway, I'm going to go back out into Celebi to try to set my rocks as he switched into Zapdos, which forced me into Celebi actually. And he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. It doesn't really do too much because I'm special defensive, not physically defensive. And he's going to go for the Thunder Wave, get a Parahax right there, which really sucks. Didn't really matter in the long run though, but this kind of did. He's going to go for the Thunder Wave again, and not Thunder Wave. How do you hurt me with a Thunder Wave? So anyway, he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, get a crit right there. It kind of mattered, but not really at the same time, as I am going to be able to get off my Leech Seed. So now it's going to switch out into his Alakazam. No, it's his Zoroark, because the Sucker Punch right there. So yeah, I really wasn't thinking that he'd go for Sucker Punch, and that's why I went out in the Espeon with just Scarf, and I knew I could outspeed with the Signal Beam. But yeah, Sucker Punch, and yeah, so that really sucks. No pun intended. So anyway, I'm going to go out in the Arcanine to try and finish him off with an Extreme Speed, because Zoroark is very, 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 very frail. But he switches out into Kingdra, takes it like a champ, and the obvious Waterfall is obvious, so I'm going to switch out to my Milotic to take the Waterfall pretty easily. He gets a crit. Crit didn't matter at all, so I'm not worried about it at all. He's going to go for the Yawn, which is really interesting. I've never seen that on Kingdra before. I'm going to go for the Toxic because I'm thinking that this might be a bulky Kingdra. So, and if not, it's always good to have a Toxic on something just to wither down sooner. So he's going to switch out in this Staraptor, and it's good to have the rocks up because now I'll be doing a lot of damage to this thing upon switching. So I don't know right here if he predicted my switching to Celebi, since we did make a double switch. But if he did, that was a good play on his part, because he's going to go for the Pursuit, forcing me in, which was just great on his part. So right here I'm going to bring out my Gligar, just in case he wants to go for the U-turn or Brave Bird, and I can take either one. But he actually doesn't go for the U-turn because he probably didn't want Life Orb to rack up without it having to. So he's just going to switch out into Kingdra, and I know I can take a couple Waterfalls with the Eviolite, so I'm not worried about that. And I'm just going to keep going for the Earthquake and Toxic and Roost and, you know, all that good shenanigan stuff. And hopefully this Kingdra will die without me having to do too much, because it's already at, like, I don't know, 65%, maybe not 65, 35% maybe. So yeah, this Kingdra is not going to live too much longer, and I'm just going to roost stall it, so the Toxic will KO it. The Waterfalls aren't going to be doing too much at all because of Eviolite, like I said before, and Gligar is just really, 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 really good with that Eviolite. I don't know, I've been using Gligar since like the beginning of Black, well, not since the beginning of Black and White, because I haven't been playing since the beginning of Black and White, but like way before the English ROM came out, I've been using Gligar, and Gligar is really good with Eviolite. Anyway, besides the point in rambling, I'm just going to go out into my Milotic to take the last Waterfall so Gligar doesn't have to. And he's going to go out into a Zoroark. I know it's a Zoroark because of the Stealth Rock damage and the prior damage had before. He has I cannot talk. He has Retaliate on his Zoroark, which is really, really interesting. I did not expect to see that. So anyway, he's going to go into his Chansey to take the Scald, but he gets burned, which is pretty good. I don't really care about it too much. As he's going to go for the Toxic, I really don't care about that either, because it helps activate my Marble Scale, and also I'm not going to stay in too much longer with my Milotic. So yeah, that doesn't really hurt me at all. So now I'm going to predict his Soft Boil, go on the Arcanine, because Arcanine does have the close combat, which will do a crap load to this what's this thing called, this Chansey, and he's actually going to predict that. Go out to a Zapdos. It's not much of a prediction, but you know, it's still a prediction. He's gonna predict that. Go out to a Zapdos. Doesn't it? It takes it really nicely because it's probably defensive and it does resist. I'm hoping a Flare Blitz will be enough to KO this Zapdos. I didn't do a calc, but it is enough to KO this Zapdos, which is great because Arcanine can basically go through his team now. Like this is the biggest problem right here, his Alakazam. But I still think Arcanine can go through his team if I just get a little bit of damage on this Alakazam. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go out on my Milotic, hoping I can take 2 Psychics. This is my defensive this is my defensive Milotic, not my special defensive one. I'm not able to take the Energy Ball though after the Psychic, so my Milotic does KO, die, KO, faint, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go out and Gligar down, go for the Earthquake, because I know Earthquake will be doing a lot since Alakazam is also very frail on the physical side. And Extreme Speed will definitely be enough to KO now. So that's exactly what I'm going to go for. He doesn't want to switch out, because basically anything he switches out to will die. Chansey, Close Combat, Staraptor, Extreme Speed, Zoroark, 2 Extreme Speeds will KO. So he tried to trick me by bringing in his Zoroark disguised as a Chansey, but seeing the prior damage, I knew that it was a Zoroark. I knew he was going to go for the Sucker Punch, so I'm just going to go for the Morning Sun. Then go for the Extreme Speed because I knew Extreme Speed has higher priority. And I think any priority move when you're faster than the Zoroark goes first anyway, and Sucker Punch gets cancelled. Not sure. So now he's going to bring out his real Blissey. I thought he would actually bring out his Staraptor first, because if he did, it would actually been a harder time for me. But that's not the case. I'm just going to go for the Close Combat, and that will KO his Chansey. And his last is his Staraptor. Now, I wasn't sure if Extreme Speed would KO because of the Intimidate, but if it didn't, I knew this game would at least be a tie because his Brave Bird damage would be enough to KO my Heracross. But Extreme Speed does KO, and that's a good game, DaLucario25. I really enjoyed it. Hope to battle you again sometime. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like. It really helps out the video. Also, leave a comment if you want, and I will see you guys in the near future. Peace out.